If you're interested in upgrading the security cameras at your house, you're going to want to pay attention to this video. We are looking at the Baseus N1, and this two camera set retails for right around $200. That's an amazing deal. Not to mention military grade encryption in this device, and guess what? Completely wireless. Yes, that is right. The cameras run on battery, and realistically, they tell me that you only have to charge these one time per year. Welcome back to another Jeff Reviews for you. And I'm standing about 15 feet away from our N1, and the audio that you are hearing and the video that you are seeing are coming right from this Baseus camera. You know what? Enough talk. Let's get right into this review.
In our box, you can see that we have our two cameras, our mounting hardware. Of course, here's our home station. Then we have some powering cords. That is actually for the home station. Then some cords to connect the home station to our internet. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to start charging up these cameras to make sure they're fully charged before we start our testing. This is the Baseus N1, so let's take a look at our camera and what they have to offer. Of course, up here you have the spotlight. Here's your 2K camera. We do have an indicator light that's down here. I don't know if you can see it way over here, but there's a microphone. There, of course, is your motion sensor right here. A lot of stuff right here on this camera. On the bottom is where your USB-C charger goes. And of course, here is your speaker for two-way communication. On the back is where you will find the attachment where we screw on our hardware. This is convenient. Let's talk a little bit about the installation. These are actually just stickers with the holes already punched out where your screws go. So what you do is you just stick this on the wall. You have your holes already measured, drill them in, and then you are ready to install the mount. To separate these, you just unscrew this, pop it off. You turn it around, there are the holes that line up with the mount, and then you put it all back together. Before we set up the app, let's talk a few more things about our home station. Of course, you have your sync button. That's when you want to program any of your devices to your base here. You have a USB port, and that's really just probably for charging the units. Of course, here's your Ethernet cable where you plug this directly into your router, and then your power supply. On the top is where we have access to the optional expandable hard drive. Right now, this has a 16 gigabyte internal storage, but you can actually upgrade this with a hard drive to 16 terabytes. So what you would do is you would just unscrew it here, pop out this unit, attach your hard drive, put it right back in, and tighten it down, and then your storage capacity has been increased. As our cameras are charging, we're going to set up the base here. I'm going to plug it in. Of course, you can see that I have a mesh connector right here. That's where I'm going to connect it into my internet. We plugged our base system into our mesh network, so it's connected to the internet. You see how this now has a blue light? That means we can actually pull up the app and start the install process. With the app open, we're going to select Add Device. We are going to click on Home Station. Home Station, yep. This is our network and this is our information. Hit Next. We are already connected. Our phone is connected to the same network. Hit Next. We already are turned blue because we were turned blue when we started. Hit Next. On the back, there's that button you're going to push to let it sync. Let's push it.
Receiving pairing request. Press the sync button on the back to accept it.
Well, it received it, and that sync button that we're pushing is the exact same button we just pushed. So let's push that again. Oh, look, it's flashing blue now. That's exactly right. Let's hit Next. It found our device here. We're going to select it. As you can see, it is binding our home station to our network and our account. That was probably one of the most seamless installs I've ever had. Now that we have our home station set up, we can set up our cameras. Let's hit the plus at the top right. We're going to click the camera button. We are doing the N1. Let's hit the sync on the top here for 5 seconds.
Welcome.
We didn't hear a beep, but we heard a welcome, so let's hit Next. We're going to connect it to our home station. Now
Ready to add the device.
Okay, so now these two are communicating back and forth to connect. We received an audible message that said device was added successfully, but then also it told us to make sure we were completely charged before mounting it outside. So that's what we are going to do first. It takes about 4 to 5 hours to completely charge your camera once it's empty.
I wanted to give you a side-by-side comparison of the night vision. We have the black and white night vision. We have the night vision utilizing the floodlight, and then we have the night vision just shut off. What do you think of the different options you have on this camera, and which one is your favorite? Let me know down in the comment section below. I would love to hear from you. After reviewing the footage, I realized I was far too far away from the camera, so I wanted to get closer to it so you can actually see the quality of the night vision. So here I go. Coming closer, up the stairs. Check out that quality.
I want to talk about a few things in the app. First and foremost, if you want to change your name, you actually click on it, and there's this little shape at the top. You click on that, it's a square, three squares, and it looks like a diamond. You click on that, and you click on your name here. Then, of course, that's how you can change your name specifically. Back here at the front screen, you can see all of our devices that are online. You can see that I have a home station and 2 of the cameras. I like that I can switch between the cameras just at a push of a button. Also, you can tell your Wi-Fi indicator, and that's how far your cameras are away from your home station. You can see that my camera in the backyard is further away from the home station than the camera I have in my front yard, so what I'm going to end up doing is moving my home station to a central location. Even though this has worked fine for me and I can check in on things without issue, I just like to have that extra boost in connectivity. Let's click on a camera itself, and as you see, we're popping up here to the front yard. And so there's a couple things in here you can do right from this screen. One, you can record what's going on. You can take a picture of what's going on. You can mute it there. You can change this to a full screen. If I click that, the whole camera or the whole phone would turn. I could turn on the spotlight. I can even turn on an alert. This is also the location where you would want to change your night vision. If we click the little icon at the top, we can also scroll through some of our settings right here. And most importantly, if we click on video settings, you can actually show your privacy zones. So your privacy zones is if you want an area blocked off so the camera doesn't record or look in that area, that's how you would set that up. I wanted to speak a little bit to the installation. As you can see here, I actually have it out on my son's play set, and check it out. There's no wiring out here. The camera is just installed, and as long as you're close enough to the home station to communicate, this is a perfect spot. But it was quick and easy, installed in under a minute. In this video, we were talking about a security camera system from Baseus. This is their home station plus 2 N1 security cameras. So what do we think of it? First things first, let's talk about that price point. I've seen it listed anywhere between $160 and $200, which based on my research is probably the best price system out there for 2 cameras and a base station. I love how quick and easy this was to set up. It was really seamless, and within a matter of minutes, my app and cameras were up and running. It does have smart security features such as reducing the level of sensitivity. I really appreciate that because you don't want to be notified for everything like the wind blowing, so you can actually decrease it not to include animals or cars and just to focus on people. Therefore, you're notified immediately by the push notification, and you can check out what's going on in full 2K. Plus, if someone's there, you can communicate right back and forth. My favorite part is actually the local storage part. That's something that's important to me. I like keeping things here and not sending it away on the cloud wherever that could possibly be. Plus, there's no additional hidden fees other than you having to get your own hard drive. That is pretty important to me. And of course, we can't forget to mention that the company tells us that this has a TÜV Rheinland and CCPA certifications, making sure it is a safe item. Anyway, that was my entire review of the Baseus home security system, their N1 camera. If this is something that interests you, I will leave a link down in the description. This is Jeff with Jeff Reviews for You. As always, thanks for stopping by, and I hope you have a great day.